Peace, beautiful people. It is your girl, the real Tony Hickman, and I wanted to make a quick video about something that came on my spirit. And I was really thinking about how intimacy works with all of us. And I made a short video on this a while ago, but when we decide to be intimate with people, I think that's like, and I'm talking about sexually intimate with people. I think we end up really being connected to these people because we are sharing fluids. We're sharing fluids and DNA. We're sharing everything because that form of intimacy is on another level. We don't share that with any other type of person. And so when we fall in love with someone and we share that intimate connection with them, we end up being a part of them even when we don't want to be a part of them, because we literally have their fluids, their sweat, their connection still in us, literally. And it takes time beyond just like, that's why I believe that women do need to be celibate, women and men, not just women, but women and men need to be practice celibacy when they are coming out of a relationship, because it's so important to make sure that you clear that, not just the DNA entrapment, but the connection that has come as a bond with this person that you are no longer seeing. It takes time to clear that connection. And so instead you have a lot of people out here that are jumping from one relationship to another, and they are being sexually intimate. And so now they are having all of these blind connections with other souls, and it's confusing their psyche, I believe. But I think it's really important for us to make sure that we clear those channels, we cut those cords, and we take the time to clear people's energy out of us. Because if we don't, then we end up bringing in more energy on top of the energy we're already dealing with. And that I would think that would be a problem in the long run, especially for your psyche, for your heart, you know. And even people you have been in love with and you haven't been sexually intimate with, it still takes time to get them out of your system. So can you imagine how much it takes when you are sexually intimate? I think since I've had my son is 21 now, and I've been celibate like the majority of the time, on and off, since I've had him. Because if I did deal with somebody, he never got to meet any of the men that I dealt with. And, well, he met one person. And that was before I had my aneurysms. He got to meet one person. And other than that, he never met anybody I dated. And that was very important to me, because not only did I have a bond with the person that I broke up with, but my son ended up having a bond with the person that I broke up with. So when we broke up, essentially he broke up with my son too. And so my decision was, I'm not bringing anybody else into my life that is not serious to be around my son. I'm not doing that. You're not going to meet him. You're not going to do any of that. And he's not going to get attached to you if we are not attached completely. And some women have told me, oh, well, they've done it and they'll just introduce the guy as the uncle. And I can see that. I can see that. It makes sense for me. And it might have been fear on my part, but for me, I just didn't want my son to get attached and get his heart broken. Yeah, I didn't want that for him. And to this day, I think I did a good job with that. I have no complaints with that because I think I honored him. I respected my son in that aspect. But beyond that, it also led to many reasons why I just remained celibate throughout most of his school life. Like, that was just my reality. And I think I also was going through insecurities as well with myself, with becoming a disabled woman who knows that I'm attractive, but now I know that I also have this disability that the world can look at and judge accordingly, And this is not, I'm not fat shaming, I'm not doing any of that. I'm just about to make a point, right? But obese women are in right now. And it's a normal. It's a norm for the majority of men to want thick women. So you can even have an extremely obese woman who can still get men, but it has a different label than a disability, especially if it's a visible disability. I remember I was on this app one time, right? I was on a dating app. That's how we do it now, right? I was on a dating app and I met this guy, and he was saying how we were just talking about different things and bad dates. And he was like, man, I had a bad date. He said, I had a bad date, and he just kept on laughing. And I was like, what? I'm laughing with him. I'm like, what was the bad date? And so he's like, yeah, I met this girl on the app, and she didn't tell me anything. And he said, yeah, and she was so pretty and blah, blah, blah. And when I met her, she had a limp. And and then she showed me that she was missing a leg. And he just bust out laughing. And at that point, like, my first thought was like, damn, that poor girl probably felt humiliated, right? That girl probably felt humiliated because she can't control whatever happened with her leg. But she has to deal with the harsh reality of how humanity can react to the concept of not having a leg, which is kind of harsh. And so the disability is what also kept me celibate for a long time, because I had to make sure the purity of your heart had intentions, the right intentions for me. And I'm still like that. I'm very protective. And guess what? It's to each his own. Like, even if you are a person that says, look, you got to be 100%, can't have no disability, I want perfection in the woman that I date, cool. That's your choice. You have the right to have your own choice. If I've learned so many lessons from having a disability, and I know I'm probably going all over the place with this, but one of the lessons that I have learned is that the surface look is just surface, because you still have to deal with that person's heart at the end of the day. So the beauty could be outside, but the ugliness could still be inside, and it's hard to get rid of an ugly inner side. So, but yeah, that was one of the reasons I also remained celibate, and even now, it's one of the reasons I'm very cautious, because I need to check your heart. I need to check your intent. Like, how are you really? Are you just talking to me because of something else? I need to know your heart. And I'm cool with my position. I'm very cool with my position. I have no problem with my position. Because I'm not forcing nothing in my life, and I don't want to force it, because I believe that the right love is going to come to me. And that goes back to the celibacy thing, and why I also think it is important, because I am a sensitive being. I am an empath. And so I can feel your energy. I feel the energy of my whole household every single day, which is why I have to come out here. Not that they are bad, it's just, it's an influx. And so it's important for me to gain my own clarity in my spirit, so I can maintain myself and my household and my liquids and my journey and my discipline in my workout, So, yeah, that's what it is. By the time I put this video out, our song will be out. Our video is our song is already out, but our video will be out on our channel at We The Cure Music. Please go cop that. I love y'all. Peace.